when I wake up and the first thing I do is worry about that device, is worry about what is on there, is worry about the problems that I might have waiting for me. Folks, that sets the tone for the entire day.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast.
Minisode.
All right, folks, I have no idea what is going on with the color today. Sorry, I'm very blue. I'm not trying out for the Blue Man Group, though I would be very good at it with the bald head and the blue shirt and the blue hue today in the room. I think I would be a shoo-in. Welcome back to the Appraiser Coach Podcast. We are sponsored today by a great company called Spark. Of course, Spark for Appraisers was developed by appraisers for appraisers, right? It is how you input information quickly into your report. It's using technology at its best. Check them out by going to spark4appraisers.com, spark4appraisers.com. Folks, in my little hand, I've got my phone. Every one of us have these, right? We're connected to these all the time. Let me ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with yourself about this question. What is it that you first do in the morning when you wake up? Now, some of you are going to say, well, I pee. Okay, great. After that, I mean, what is the first active thing that you do during the day? I'm going to guess that if you're like most of America, and really probably most of the world, the very first thing that you do is pick this damn thing up and look at it. Am I wrong? By the way, this camera looks way better, even on the top of my head. I don't know what the deal is. What is the deal with? Yeah, there it is. I will tell you, folks, that is the temptation in my life as well. I currently am juggling 4 different jobs. 4, not 2, not 3, 4, F-O-U-R, and they're 4 separate jobs. I run and manage Airbnbs. I've got the damn goat farm. By the way, if I back up like that, I think it's trying to adjust to the fact that I've got a blue shirt on and kind of a blue background. So it's trying to anyway. The goat farm, I've got the Airbnbs, I've got my coaching, of course, and I am an active appraiser. And I will tell you that even though I have been in this habit for over 10 years, the habit that I'm going to tell you about after the break, I still am tempted every single day to reach up and grab this thing and look and see what's going on Facebook, on Instagram, on my text, and especially on my email. The temptation is, gee, I wonder what's gone wrong overnight. For example, if I've got people staying in one of my properties, I'm constantly wondering, gee, I hope it's going okay. I hope there's not a flood. I hope there's not a fire. I hope there's not a problem. And I go to sleep. Now, by the way, people in my Airbnbs have a way to get a hold of me in an emergency. I make it very abundantly clear. There's signs, there's a welcome book, there's messages. There, it cleared up. Now it looks good. There's messages everywhere that if there is a problem, you can get a hold of me in the middle of the night. And there's a process to do that. But I don't want to get woken up all night long with all of my notifications. So I set my phone specifically that it's not going to do that. It's not going to wake me up every time there's an email, every time there's a new text, every time there's a phone call even, unless it is that emergency phone call and there is a way to get a hold of me if that is the case. I tell you that because there should be no reason why I pick up this phone every morning and think, gee, I wonder if there's an emergency. If there was an emergency, I would have known about it at 2:30 in the morning when the emergency happened. And yet every single morning, it goes through my head, I should reach up and grab, even though I've been doing this for over a decade, I should reach up and grab that phone, folks. And I guarantee that most people within the sound of my voice today are going to have the same temptation. We are connected to this damn device all of the time, and it's one of the first things, if not the first thing that we think about when we wake up in the morning. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about every single day when it comes to efficiency, effectiveness? I hope the word technology comes to your mind. I hope efficiency is related to that particular word. And I, of course, hope that the next word that you think about is Spark, S-P-A-R-K. What is Spark? Spark, I talk about it all the time, folks. It is a way for you to be more efficient at what you do as an appraiser. And I love that. As a coach, I'm constantly teaching my friends, my colleagues, my clients, please use this technology. Not just Spark, but any technology that's going to help you to be more efficient and not cut the quality of your work. That is Spark to a T. It will help speed up the process without cutting any quality. It will help you to get data from here to there very seamlessly, touch of a button. Check them out. Go to their online videos, folks. Go to spark4appraisers.com. You, I promise, will be convinced. You will be convinced it is the way to go. Spark4appraisers.com. All right, folks, welcome back to the program. Just a short mini-sode today to remind you to have a good day. And here's how, there's an old phrase, and this was long before mobile phones, but the phrase used to be waking up on the right side or waking up on the wrong side of the bed. Boy, you sure woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Basically, you woke up in a grumpy mood. You've been grumpy ever since you woke up. You even had your coffee, and you still are grumpy. Okay, that's what that phrase means. Well, I'd like to change that phrase just a little bit, right? And say, boy, you must have woke up and looked at your phone, right? I mean, I'm sure that's not a phrase that's going to take off. So, I'm not going to take credit for coining it. But the point is this, folks. I will tell you from sad experience that it is very, very common for me when I do this. And there are times that I do. There are times that I am, for whatever reason, I throw logic out the window, and the first thing that I do is pick up my phone in the morning. Okay, I try not to, and I would say most of the time, 90+% of the time, that is not the case. And I'm going to tell you briefly what I do instead. But when I do, I guarantee, and I don't think that this is all in my head. I mean, it is, but it's not. Follow me. When I wake up and the first thing I do is worry about that device, is worry about what is on there, is worry about the problems that I might have waiting for me. Folks, that sets the tone for the entire day. Think about it. If your first thought in the morning is, what problems am I going to have to deal with today? And honestly, that's typically, if you think about it subconsciously, that's what you're thinking. When you pick up your phone, right? You're not thinking, gee, I wonder who's having a great day today, right? You're picking up the phone and think, ugh, I wonder what I'm going to find there. If that is your first thought of the day, my guarantee is that it's going to be a reoccurring theme throughout the day. That you're constantly going to be looking at the negative, constantly be watching out for the next big shoe to drop. There is a better way. I talk about it in my Go Create Some Value workshop. The workshop that I did 10, 13, 14 years ago. I don't know how many years ago at this point. Well, it's been about 11 years, I think. I think it was 2013 that we first did our Go Create Some Value workshop. And I talked in a section about that, about prime time. Folks, I've been doing prime time for over a decade. Well, really about 15 years. And I'm not going to go into detail here. It's a mini-sode after all. But I will tell you this, there is a way for you to get away from the phone and get into the mindset of success. Get into the mindset that will set the mood for the entire day. My plea for you today, appraisers, is that you change some habits. Specifically, what can you do to make sure that your first thought of the day is not, what can I be worried about today? Folks, if you're interested, by the way, in the Go Create Some Value workshop, it is free for All-Star team members, completely free. So is the follow-up, Go Remodel Your Appraisal Business. So are multiple courses and webinars. And I mean, we're talking hundreds of webinars out there that I've done over the years. They're all free, F-R-E-E, for All-Star team members, $49 a month. And the first month is free. Okay, check them out. If you want to do the Go Create Some Value workshop, skip right ahead to the prime time. For free, sign up for the All-Star team and cancel. If you don't want to continue, cancel. I promise you'll stay there. But $49 a month. Check it out, theappraisercoach.com. Again, theappraisercoach.com. Thanks for joining me today, folks, and Go Create Some Value.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.